Hello ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm your host AirsoftAL, and outside the new camera I'm filming on, today's review is definitely going to be something a little bit more nostalgic, give or take. Also, sorry for lighting, I'm kind of messing with lighting right now, trying to get, this whole studio kind of set up the way I like it. Far from done, but that's a update for another day. So, what is the gun I'm reviewing today? Well, the gun I'm reviewing today is one that I personally do have a deep love for because of the 1980s, the 90s, and the 2000s, and is still around. It is the gun that H&K has tried to replace time and time again, but cannot kill the damn thing because of how good it is. It is a gun that even the people who made the Mac 11, Mac 10 made a copy of, and was used in not only Miami Vice, but also Die Hard, and was made famous by those shows and movies. It is a gun that is so damn German. The embodiment of German weapon technical superiority.
No, I'm not defending German technical superiority, I'm stating the fucking obvious.
That is, of course, the MP5. To be exact, another MP5 on this channel that is made by the same people of H&K was a model I actually reviewed a couple of years back that did not perform as well as I hoped it would, and is pretty up there in the price tag, but we'll get to that, I promise. But I'm procrastinating. Let's just get to the gun, and that, of course, is the MP5 SD that I am hiding behind me that you can see the stock of right here. And, yeah. It's that one. To be exact, it is the H&K fully licensed Elite Force MP5 SD, not the iTrace model, because the iTrace model is goddamn expensive. We'll get into that. And, of course, has two options that it comes with, which, of course, the full stock and the collapsible stock, which I decided to go with the full stock just because of the wood that I decided to do with this. And let's be honest here, this thing looks really good with the wood paint job. Now, much like the other variant of the MP5 SD, you can remove this to basically put on a specialized thing, an adapter, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We're getting there. We're moving. But before I continue, a little disclaimer. This is a pre-owned, has a lot of little secrets in it that I did not know about, and my friend informed me of, and things I did not know you could do to the MP5 gearbox. And, yeah, basically instead of semi-auto, when you put on semi-auto, you get 2-round burst. Full auto is still full auto. Yay! However, this is not the variant that has that 3-round or 2-round burst feature that would be built into the thing. But the other variant, the other thing that actually I like about this is the fact of you can actually do the proper MP5 slap. And the bolt actually does retract, and you do see the hop-up unit in there, which is the hop-up arm that you see. Now, this is front-wired. It is very much so a MP5, so I'm not going to go into the history of it. If you saw my last video where I used the gun rant from Mike Burnfire's Gun Rants, you know what the MP5 is. I know what the MP5 is. You know what the MP5 is. Everyone knows what the MP5 is. It is literally a cultural icon. It is one of those guns that H&K has tried to kill time and time again, with, of course, the HK-45, the 8, just all of them, okay? All the submachine guns H&K has done has been trying to kill this thing, but it cannot be killed because it was made too freaking perfect.
Go, team up!
Minus the ejector, of course, that actually causes the 9mm casings to be compromised in a way that makes it kind of hard to reload them. I'm getting ahead of myself, though. What about this makes you want to get it? Did you not just hear the spiel I said before? And, of course, a lot of others, but I digress. What do you get with this gun? Well, the submachine gun, of course, is lovely. It's a SD and it's SD5 and SD6 variant, which means, hey, you can swap either stocks, to be the collapsible. I personally love the full stock, but you can do the collapsible stock if you want to by simply removing this pin right here. To get to the battery compartment, you must, of course, remove this, and then push up to put in batteries. In terms of batteries, you can put in a butterfly battery, but it's if you're wary about crimpling the connections and anything else, that's a given. This is wired to Dean's, although other variants I've seen have been said, hey, you're wired to Tamiya, but again, one of those lovely things. It does have a lovely rate of fire. It is CQB compliant. It is a very, very lovely submachine gun. And with the right magazines, you could definitely give off that lovely bit of just nostalgia. Grant, this is not the proper straight wall mag. This is the Angel Customs G36 style magazine that has the lugs on it. Sadly, if you wanted to use all three magazines together with this thing, you're not going to because of that right there for the MP5 specific 3-point sling system. Now, outside of that, it is a very much so polymer constructed gun. You have the polymer body, you have the polymer. It's what needs to be metal needs to be metal. What needs to be polymer is polymer. So, moving on. The other thing though is that if you want to rewire this to the rear, you can because the stock here does have ample space for a battery. A good size amount of batteries in my opinion. And if you want to make it wood, like I've done here, it's not that hard to do, and I did do that. Now you're probably wondering why didn't I do the pistol grip right here as wood. Well, it wasn't the other variant that actually did have a removable pistol grip, and this is the full solid seal type deal. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. And of course I'm getting off track, I'm getting distracted. But, what I'm trying to say, folks, is that it's a well-built, well-solid MP5. You do get all the trademarks. You do actually get the 9x9mm right there. You do get the HK stance right there. You also get the trademark on the other side. You do get everything about the MP5 that needs to be MP5 on the MP5. The irons, of course, are the same, including the rail, which I do believe the rail does come with the gun, or that might have been aftermarket on the guy did. All the other stuff I've seen of it does say it comes with the rail, so The drum side, of course, does have the 4-position drum, so you can go from your combat sight to more precision shots. This is airsoft, we don't really need to do that. And again, it is a lovely, lovely thing, and the fire selector is really good, especially if you are left-handed. It is big enough so that way you can actuate it with your thumb, although it is still that HK-style fire selector. It does give a very audible click. Now, the magazine release is an interesting thing. Basically, it's a fully ambidextrous mag release. It's going to work even if you want to press the button, which I don't know why you want to, unless, of course, it doesn't have the paddle. Then, yeah, you get that lovely assault weapon ban era HK civilian thing where it's like, oh, you gotta press the button to remove the magazine. For those of you who grew up in that era, you know exactly what I'm talking about, especially with the HK91, or the other assault weapon ban era HK guns. What a time to be alive. Anyway, outside of that, I've rambled enough as is, and we'll get to the other points going forward after the gameplay footage.
Thank you, Guardian Angel. Thank you, Guardian Angel. Somebody give me a tag! Oh, heck!
All right. Thinking very long ago.
Suggestion, follow me. I'm gonna go for the trench, hit him from behind. Friendly. Left side, left side! Up! Hit! Beth, I'm going to try and go around the right. Let them know that Matt's in the trench. Hey, Wolfman.
Huh?
Say hey, Wolfman.
What's up?
Not much. Just see if I can flank. Woo! Switch positions here. Hello, Matt! Oh, shit. Hit! Hit! Good shot! Good shot! Coming up! Dead man coming up! Yeah, we're here having a fun day. We're not. We are not super ethereal.
Nah. No.
Alright, let's see. Have any of them been able to get any of their tags on there, by the by? Yeah, watch the right. Shamrock. Ah! Hit! Good shot! Right here on this building here. I had a good angle on him. Yeah, right here.
I think they're in hardware.
I believe they are too. So I'm gonna go clear it. Hardware's clear. Whoop! Sorry! Sorry! All I gotta do is lock down this angle here. Hello, Matt! Oh! From the hip. Thank you, Miami Vice, for teaching me how to do that. Let's back off a little bit.
Hey, teammate! Oh, you guys are so lucky.
Yeah, but you're lucky.
Won't you dance? Won't you dance? I say dance! I'd have had Matt. We'd have traded on that one. Yeah, I'm out of wood.
Okay, so I did talk about the fact of this thing does have some issues. Understand the feeding issue is not because it's a bad gun, it's because my friend Aaron, who actually, Mr. Gasman on the Discord, who I traded for this with, he made this to where it is pretty freaking quick, very fast, and is definitely one of those guns where it's going to shoot faster than the magazine can feed. So if you're using a high cap, so like I was doing, trying to use the 450 high cap, 420 I think it was, basically the fake thing. Even the standard high cap, especially the Angel Customs high cap, I rarely ever got any actual like shots out of it. It's because it's shooting that freaking quick. Now, as a submachine gun, it does work out fairly well. It's an MP5, of course it's going to work out very well. So I have to use mid caps with this, which thank God I actually got some mid caps in, so no worries on that, I got some mid caps. I'd love to have some straight wall mid caps so I can have that classic look that I honestly do love the old MP5s, but what can you do? I'm procrastinating about the price tag. Say you want one yourself. Say you want to get this MP5 because you love the SD over the other models and variants. Boy. The price tag for this is $339. It is $339.95.
Damn!
I'm not joking, folks. It's literally that. Yeah.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Boy. Okay, so what about taxes along with that? Because, of course, there's always taxes involved with this sort of thing. The taxes of this bad boy is going to put you back about $400, give or take.
What the fuck?
Which means you are dropping $400 on a MP5 SD that you can turn over into the full stock variant, which I have. The question is whether or not why you'd want that. Well, outside of course it being H&K, fully licensed, fully trade, what's going to stop you from wanting to get the other variants? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing, really. There's nothing that stops you from it. But I am me, and as always, you know me as the Command's Airsofter, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, it's going to be expensive. And yes, it is very expensive, especially when compared to the other prices of the other MP5s that not only are just as good, but also give you the same functionality. However, because this is Elite Force, we all know they're going to try and milk your money out of your pocket as much as they can, especially when it comes to the new gimmick they have, which is the iTrace system. The iTrace variant of this little bad boy is $419.95. Add a little taxes to it, you're looking at around the $500 or below $500 price tag.
We've got to have money.
Would you want that? I don't know. I'm not your dad. I'm not your mom. I'm not your family. I'm not going to tell you what to spend your money on. I'm simply trying to inform you what is economical to spend your money on. Now, in terms of the gun itself, it does work fairly well. It does work well, and even though it's a pre-owned, it is a very well-built, solid gun, and I'm not going to tell you otherwise. It is good. The only thing stopping me from giving it the highest score is that price tag. However, the only other thing is just the battery compartment as well, but that's more of a design feature than anything else and not really going to impact the score all that much. Magazine capacity and magazine compatibility is still the same all around, so if you want to use mid-caps, you can use mid-caps. If you want to use the high caps, you can use the high caps. If you want to use a drum mag, you can use a drum mag. But you cannot use the Angel Customs G36 mags unless, of course, you get rid of this little point right here. I mean, granted, you have 1, 2, 3 sling points on this bad boy. And even with the other stock on it, you, once again, still have 1, 2, 3 sling points. So really, this is not needed, and you can get rid of this if you wanted to. I'm not going to get rid of it because I love the aesthetic features, and I may get the MP5 3-point sling system in the future, or try to find one, or try to source one. Now, in terms of any other problems I have with it. None, really. I've got no other problems with it. Like I said, it's a solid built gun. It's great rate of fire. Again, pre-owned. I don't know what the stock rate of fire is on the sucker. I don't know what the stock performance is out of this bad boy. This is a basically upgrade MP5. So, with that said, what's the final score on the MP5 SD? Taking into account this is a pre-owned and is not a fully stocked MP5 SD, as well as the price tag and the fact I got lucky with Aaron to trade the sucker for it, the final score of the MP5 SD is no more, no less than a solid 9 out of 10. A must own. This is a gun that definitely should be in someone's collection if they have the money, putting that caveat out there. If you have the $500 or the $400 price tag, if you want to get the iTrace or the regular one here, then yeah, no, I fully say go ahead and grab it. If you have neither of those things, you want to go with the more economic options, then go ahead with the more economic options. However, do not go with the economic option of the competition Elite Force MP5, because it does not give you that satisfying MP5 slap that this version does that actually has a metal bolt. Either way, though, if you've owned an MP5 in the past, let me know in the comment section down below. If you've owned the Elite Force MP5 in the past, let me know in the comment section down below what your experiences were with it, and whether or not you enjoy it or like it. You can actually get these on both eBike and Amazon, although I would recommend the Amazon option, because at least that's a little cheaper. By a couple $100, but still. Thank you all so very much for watching. As always, I've been AirsoftAL, and with the new camera, I will be doing a lot more stuff in the future. I will also be, of course, doing a lot more fun stuff in the future, as well as a few other things here and there. But honestly, with how things are nowadays, and of course my current collection, I've got a lot of stuff on the review chopping block, and of course trying to decide them has always been a hard thing to do. But I will say this. I'll keep up with the theme of H&K for a moment, because I do happen to have one that's been on my radar for a hot minute, and one I've been wanting to do. It may not be the model of it, but I do remember it fondly from Ghost Recon. Not Wildlands, not Breakpoint, the older Ghost Recons. The ones that I used to play on my Xbox, the original Xbox, and PlayStation 2. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, here's another hint. It was a very good gun in Battlefield Bad Company 1 and 2. If you know what I'm talking about, sound off in the comment section down below your fond memories of it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, take a guess, take a shot in the dark. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been AirsoftAL, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Later.